Alright guys, so today we're stopping by Rocky Mountain Labs, or laboratories. They are a National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease, you know, like COVID and stuff. And we're going to go ahead and stick to the public areas, but we're going to wander around, see what they say. There's a security guard right there. Well, these signs do say enter. It's tobacco free.
Something I can help you with, sir?
I'm just working on a story.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What kind of story?
Just a story.
Like a local story for the newspaper?
Just international, really. Whoever watches it.
Okay, cool. This is federal property. Once you go past that sidewalk onto this little area right here,
Yeah.
so you are trespassing. We do have to ask you to leave. You can film all you want. You can take as much pictures as you want, stuff, but you have to be on the outside of that sidewalk barrier over there. Okay? Doing it within here, you're now within federal property.
Alright, so it's private property then?
It is private property.
So the federal government owns private property?
Yes, they do.
I kind of doubt that.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you about what they own or don't own. I just know that anything from beyond there to here is federal property. Filming stuff is not authorized.
Well, the sign actually says it's not authorized beyond that sign right there. This part right here would be the public egress to get in and ask questions and stuff. That's kind of why there's a booth
The
here.
visitor center is for the public. If you want to go in there and ask somebody, then we have a liaison you can speak to inside of there. They can task you. They can get you a badge if you want to come on campus
They
and
have
look
a
around and stuff like that.
sign that says visitors come in through here too.
Yeah, the visitors don't come through here. Only employees come through here.
It says employees and visitors right there on that sign.
Well, the visitors have to be escorted, okay? If
Okay.
a visitor comes here, then what they have to do is they have to go into this parking lot, and they still have to go through the visitor center and get a badge, and then they have to be escorted onto campus. They're not allowed to go past that fence line.
Okay, well, I'm not trying to go on campus. I'm just in the publicly accessible areas.
No, I understand. This isn't a public area, though. This is actually this is private property right here. If you're in here, I'm seriously. This is just little stupid little rules. But this is our property line right over
And
here.
that would be demarcated with a no public access or something out there,
Okay.
like it is up here. You can't go past this security area.
Okay. I'll have you talk to the NIH police here, and they'll go ahead and explain it to you. Okay?
Okay.
Stay with me here. He's doing a film documentation. Filming out there, but he can't be inside of this area here because this is part of our federal property.
Yeah, technically he's okay. So. Yeah. How's it going?
Oh, I'm good.
What kind of documentary you guys doing?
Oh, I'm just doing a story on government buildings and officials, public servants, in the course of their duty.
Cool, man. He's doing a documentation of the facility, so it's cool.
Oh, super.
Yeah. Good.
Excellent.
I said, yeah, just as long as you hear what they're saying down there, you can film everything on this side down here. But yeah, if you didn't film out through the side, on this side here, okay?
Or just
Well,
stand more on the sidewalk.
Yeah, stand on the sidewalk.
Once you're on the sidewalk, you can do whatever
you
you
do
want.
whatever you
Anything
want.
you see from there is fine.
there's
But when you come onto the property, then that's
well,
where.
this is the publicly accessible area to come in and talk to the visitor center or the security guards here, right?
Yeah,
There's
that's what we're
nothing out
saying.
here that says that I can't come past the sidewalk.
No, that's what we're saying. You're fine here. I'm just saying
Okay.
go on the sign down here. But what I'm saying is that you can't go on the side. You're good.
Yeah.
I mean, you can.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can sit there all you want you like.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to get on the campus, just
Okay.
from outside wherever the public can access.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
What's your documentary on?
Yeah.
Yeah, just public officials and government buildings, things of public interest.
Yeah. Cool. Good deal. Well, probably a lot of interest in this. It's a pretty interesting place. So.
Oh yeah, I know.
If you ever interested on a tour or anything, yeah. Let us know.
I might look into that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'd love
I-
to go through the.
I noticed they say there's no videoing and stuff, so
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's just
Not on a
security
tour, I'm
reasons.
sure.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
security reasons for well, we don't have that. So, but yeah, cool,
But
man.
yeah, they're actually in the visitor center. When you go in there for a tour, there's actually a lot of like videos in there to watch and stuff.
Yeah. And they have some pictures and stuff in there. You can take a look around, and got a little bit of the history of the facility here, which is pretty interesting. It's been around a long time, so.
yeah. I just hadn't stopped by here yet, so
Oh, okay. Oh,
I've
well, hey.
stopped by a lot of the other buildings in town, so
Well, welcome. Yeah. Yeah. See, a lot of people don't know it's here. A lot of people have been here for a long time, and they
Yeah.
had no idea it was here. So.
well, and I was like, man, this is kind of a big thing for
Yeah.
a lot of people not knowing it's here, so
Yeah.
I spread the
town kinda
news and
grew.
people will
Yeah.
probably watch it and find out. And
Well, they do. I mean, we've been kind of news a bit lately, so hey.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
the
figured.
The town kind of grew up around it too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, on the side. So cool,
Some-
man.
some
What's your
supreme-
name?
Oh, I'm Ken.
Ken. I'm Alex. Nice
I'm
to meet
Jen.
you.
Nice to
Yeah.
meet you. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. So. Sweet, man. All right.
Cool.
Yeah, take a
All
look.
right,
Good,
enjoy.
so.
Yep, have a good day. Be safe.
Well, it's right through here. So, I mean, on this side, technically, it's not on campus. This is actually inside, like the deliveries and stuff that we have. Yeah, we're on the side down here.
The only real reason I came over here was trying to see some of this construction.
Yeah, I know they can walk around inside there and do what they want and stuff. Because, I mean, that's technically just.
There's some new construction going on back here. Put up a new lab or a new
Yeah.
testing facility of some sort. I'm glad I started here. I was about to go over to the visitor center there.
See, Alex, thanks.
So, I educated about the demarcation of what's public access and what's private. Let's go over and check out this visitor center. Yeah, literally, both signs just say enter. I was like, well, that's definitely an invitation. This is the outlet, so of course it says do not enter. There's not a whole lot of wind today, but there's Old Glory for you. Do not enter. Get a different angle of this construction up here. There's your unmarked car, but there's distinct markings on them. Doesn't look like it's got a computer in it unless it's closed. It just doesn't have one. Ammunition in the passenger seat. It does look like it has nice tires though. Let's go look at these other ones. Decent tires. Reserved for the police. Don't want to step on their curb because that's where the gate is. I don't want to see them past the gate. Looks like some decent tires. They just don't have computers in these ones. Yeah, really dark tint though. This one has the dark tint on the whole thing. Front windows and all. It's pretty freaking dark compared to the other ones. And this one's like blacked out. We'd probably get in trouble for that. Them signs wherever they want to have people park there, I guess.
Not much to look at, man.
Oh, I know.
And so I said, for people's private vehicle stuff here, you can't be filming their stuff in private vehicle there, okay? I mean, that's... yeah.
Well, technically anything in public view, but...
Yeah, but yeah, in public view, but not actually looking in through and going through and trying to.
That's a plain view doctrine.
Yeah, dude. But I mean, like I'm saying, I mean, people have personal stuff in here, and I mean, we don't. You want to take a look at documents, fine. But I mean, come on, work with us here, okay?
I'm
Okay.
just staying within the scope of the law here, so. So, U.S. government, work with us. Will they work with me when I ask them not to pay my taxes this year? Will they work with me when I tell them I want the right to travel as a citizen without being charged every year for a license and registration and all that stuff? Well, I don't think they'll work with me on that stuff. See, they have their no trespassing signs posted. They're on the fence. That's where the trespassing would be. Well, it might get a little jiggly up there. There's somebody's loud car. Asking about the guy with the video. Yeah. So I guess I should report all these personal vehicles. That looks like some pretty dark tint. Yeah, I see you staring at me. There's people's personal vehicles everywhere, all the way out onto the street. I can see them all. I get my personal vehicle in there all the time. So, you can't, but they can. I wonder if that means in the building, because it is posted on the outside here. Firearms, dangerous weapons, explosives, knives, archery, alcohol, and controlled substances. It's a good thing I don't have any of that. Looks like a public lobby in there. Says visitor entry. Then it says employees over here. Stand-in guard. So with the sign being posted on the outside of the building, does that mean I can't record in the visitor center either?
You need to get a light.
Because sitting in a guard shack all day is a life. At least I walk around a little bit. I don't sit in a guard shack on my phone all day. I wonder which one's his car. Probably one of these ones real close to the guard shack, right? Little blue line support here. Now, at least the fire department one I could get behind. We'll come back. We'll see if they assume I left or not. She's not happy. No front plate. I don't have my press pass out at this moment, but I can. You think they treat me any different? Front plate. I wonder what they have in the fridges. Is that infectious diseases just to paint a glass away? Well, that's not very far. Hopefully they keep that stuff a little more secure, and what's in there is just like chicken pox or something. This is one of the labs that worked on the COVID stuff, from what I hear. I don't think they're doing anything anymore. Maybe they're on break. It's like they're nice enough to let them store some of their tools in here and stuff. Let's see if I can get both cameras to border pretty close here. Trying to get it to focus. And again, you can't, but they can. Posted right above each other, man. It's got it to focus. People stopping to see what I'm doing. And see, once you get here, you can see through the gate, but you lose most of the construction. Yeah, you can see it's a big facility. The gate goes off around that way. Got these, check these things out. Thought those spike strips were crazy. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. That one's bent. Wonder how that happened. Wonder if you had to get some kind of clearance to be on the construction crew here. Now I'm gonna have to go back the other way because it ends right up here, but it does end at an open gate. these companies that got the contract here, huh? I think it's just a sprinkler system, but doesn't look like anybody's actually working on it. They just took it apart and let it sit there. Giant chrome vats for something. Well, they're chrome on the top anyways. See what their signs out here say. You know, bet you them construction guys probably have some knives on here they're not supposed to have on this property. Not crossing the threshold. But I got more attention. You know, in this security shack, they actually sell these sheds here all over the place on the side of the road. Little cam back. No, just binoculars. You should whip out the tripod and just set up. Blocking the road, I guess. Here. No, I'm not blocking the road. 2 inches over. They pulled the curtains. Close the door. I guess they don't want to talk. So, when they have this camera like this, it actually blocks the public sidewalk here fairly well. And they didn't help it any with this sign. So if anybody that was handy handicap needed to get on or off this part of the sidewalk here, they'd have a bit of trouble with it. And they're telling me, because I was standing on this side of the gutter instead of that side, I'm blocking the road. Well, he's telling his buddy on the radio anyways. Man, looks like I walked away a second too late. There's your Center for Infectious Disease. It's not my day for gates. I'm missing them all. Well, this one sounds pretty squeaky. And it greased the gate. Oh, looks like this one's bent too. Let's see if I can see in their shack here. We've all been told not to react, I'm sure, unless I trespass. like they're getting their yard work done. Just in case they're employees. I wasn't sure they were coming from that way. Do not park beyond curb. I guess they have a lot of problems with their employees jumping the curbs. The wind's picked up a little bit. I'm gonna put my hood on. Yeah, go ahead. Trying to catch someone going in one of these gates. We're about to see how the magic happens. Drive right into that thing. Yeah, there you go. Let's go down around this way. And you got their own lawn crew with their just doing his rounds. I'm pretty sure that's why they have a sidewalk here along the fence line. Some of them think it's funny, some of them are upset. See a bunch of cars coming this way. Maybe they're coming out the other gate. They are. At least some of them are. more.
Alright, dude, I gotta say, I'm curious.
Yeah.
Just for shits and giggles?
It's actually a news story.
Oh, okay.
Just free press.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, this is actually, you know what it is, right? It's a big old Center for Disease and all that. They tested on COVID and all that stuff.
I didn't know that. Really?
Well, but so the interview.
Oh, I'm just catching everything I can from the public. Seeing,
There's a lot of license plates coming out of here.
well, yeah, if I was here for that. I actually just, within the first 2 minutes, I was looking at the construction they got going on here, because it's all funded by our tax dollars, so I was seeing what new thing they're building here, and within 2 minutes, they already come out and tell me, oh, you can't be here, you can't record here, and all this other stuff, so. Yeah, that was...
Yeah, that's a construction project that's going on for a while. So are you trying to prove that the government wastes money and all that stuff?
No, just trying to keep them accountable, show where they're spending it and what they're doing.
You know what's funny? So, a lot of people here have been fired very recently. In fact, my wife got fired from here last week.
Yeah,
A lot of people are actually really needed as far as there's processes for things that have to happen or whatever.
Yeah.
You start eliminating complete departments.
yeah.
It makes it impossible to get anything done.
Yeah, the government's already under this whole fucking shutdown thing anyways.
Well, yeah, that's kind of one of the things, because they're still taking our tax dollars whether they shut down or not, so I'm wondering if they're shutting stuff down and they're closing things and firing people. What are they going to do with the money next?
Well, it's kind of interesting. I heard, well, I'm sure you've heard too, that they're, with all that money they're saving, firing people and everything else, whether they just start sending us checks for that money they're saving.
Yeah, well,
I'd like to see that.
yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Like, I didn't get that COVID relief thing until I filed taxes, like way after everybody else had gotten theirs and everything. I ended up getting it back with my taxes because it took them that long.
That's crazy. Are you supposed to file your taxes so you can get COVID relief?
No, everybody was getting their COVID stuff just off the bat, but it took them so long to get to mine that I ended up just getting it back after I'd filed my taxes. It was government efficiency. Yeah, they're doing new construction but firing people, so I don't know who they're going to hire to work in the new building.
They just fired everybody.
Exactly. So why are they still building?
Contracted already been paid for.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
It's already paid for and everything. They're just still building it. And then they
There's
fired
no
off
new
all the people that
operation.
were supposed to go in there.
Yeah.
There can be no new contracts going in or out.
Yeah, they're finishing the contract over there, and then that's it.
They have the budget set right.
Well, that's understandable. Sucks that a new building will probably sit there empty forever, but
Like all the people that they moved all the people out of that building, sent them all home, go work from home because they're taking your office away from you, doing padding out of the building.
yeah.
Sent them home, and then it was well, return to work, come back to the office. Okay, so they stuck them in a little office in the back there. A week later, you're all fired up.
Yeah, that's
What do you want us to do? Everyone was mad at him. Oh, you're working from home. You're not doing your job or whatever. Well, they're doing their job. And
it's
they are held accountable.
yeah.
But then it was, well, why are you all working from home? Well, then we're working from home because they took our office away to do a building addition.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it was just kind of it's stupid.
Well, yeah.
And then like so, Trump and them, they're
Yeah.
Why are you firing us? I don't know. There's a lot bigger waste going on with government than this stuff.
Yeah. Oh, I know that.
What news story do you work for?
Oh, I just do my own channel.
Oh yeah, freelance.
Yeah. So everybody's got the right to be free press, so you might as well try and keep the government accountable. And
Well, as long as you're telling the truth.
oh yeah, I don't edit my films or anything. I just run unedited. So, and I'm not political on either side because I think there's government waste no matter which side's in charge. All right, I'll let you guys get back to work. Yeah, she parks across the street. Doesn't want to deal with the gate. So it cut out on me again because the memory card separated from the phone, I guess. I don't know how much of that conversation with them guys you guys caught because I was talking to them instead of recording, I guess. But the secondary camera got it, so it's another one I'm going to have to upload. Both videos from both cameras. Well, that's fine. These just look like